1 hour before YC interview, but it's actually technically at 9:30. But I'm gonna go, which is an hour and 20 minutes, or an hour and almost 2 hours. But I'm gonna just be prepping. So a couple parts to the prep. This is also my first time doing something in the Just Chat channel, and I feel like I need a bigger face to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do some IPG maybe. In my head, this made a lot of sense, but it's a little bit of a weird thing to do on stream. So yeah, maybe I won't do this. It also might psych me out or make it a little bit too rehearsed, but IPG is pretty cool. I don't know who made this, but it's been around for like 10 years or something like that. It's also good for filling out the YC application, I think. Anyway, YC interview, hour and a half, 2 hours. And I have a bit of a tradition where whenever I was going to a big interview or anything like that, I would try to like talk to strangers on the subway, just like kind of warm up the old vocal cords, stuff like that. So I'm going to be warming the vocal cords by talking to myself. And yeah. I also really want to fix a bug that is breaking the website. And I just realized that I have to be a little bit cautious about this, because last time I tried to fix a bug before something important, people broke it. The live streamers, sometimes your audience, they just want to see it. But I think if it's not live, people will be relatively nice. So hopefully people are nice. They might not be though. Yeah, I was trying to fix a bug in this project that I'm gonna demo. Yo, Jack, what up? Jack, so good to have you here on the precipice of an interview, and then there'll be a post reject interview. Yeah, like one or two. I might have fudged it. I like shot for an average because I don't want to update the title in the middle. But yeah, like about an hour. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm trying to get my demo to work here, but I don't think I can always run the demo locally. It just doesn't work on the web. And also, I don't think you demo in these meetings. So, but yeah, doing the thing. Yeah, I was saying I might do some practice on IPG, but I probably won't, because my suspicion is that they don't ask any of these questions. I think they're really good to know the answer to. Like this one makes sense. Who's going to be your first paying customer? Like that kind of stuff makes sense to me, but I don't think I don't know, like, yeah, I think they ask more pointed questions most likely. So anyway, we'll see. All right, so the problem with the demo is that nothing shows up here, which is very sad. Nothing shows up here. And I was looking at my logs, and it has something to do with how I'm Dockerizing. And it's some dumb thing that takes a really long time to resolve. So it's perfect for pre-interview prep. Yeah, command not found npm. Maybe I forgot to launch it, actually. Let me deploy this. This is Fly.io, one of my favorite platforms. Has Firecracker VMs. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Phooey. Yeah, I was thinking, like, I don't know how you prep with these. I did 2 mock interviews with former YC people. That's probably the best you can do. I'm also curious how many people have interviewed. I feel like they've just started interviewing people, so this is probably one of the earliest ones. Something that bodes well is last night I got the first... Oh, the green screen is killing us, but actually, that's kind of sick. Looks transparent. That's awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it like that. That's sweet. It looks like I printed a glass PCB. But anyway, this is the first functional circuit produced completely from TS Circuit. Obviously, somebody created all the physical things, but from a software exporting perspective, completely created. And it actually works, which is very surprising to me because that schematic was just like the first thing I Googled for. And so, yeah, it's the LED one. Yeah, I ordered it on Livestream a while ago. But yeah, it took a little bit of time. And the assembler kept emailing me like, what the heck is this? It's very strange because one, it's huge. You would never order a PCB this big for something so simple. And then it's like missing like component markings and like a lot of stuff. And also all the pad sizes are off. It's pretty funny because it won't show up on camera, but all the pads are like a little bit missized and it's like kind of obvious looking at it. Especially the switch. The switch is unbelievably missized. I can't believe they were able to put it on. And it's kind of sturdy too. Fun thing, when I got this package, the delivery guy like threw it at the wall. It needed a signature, but I'm on the 3rd floor and I have to run really far. Like when I hear the doorbell, I have to run like way down a hallway, down 2 flights of stairs. And so I got to my door and the guy had just finished like throwing it over my gate and like at the wall. And so I was like, I had very little expectations for the circuit, but I had even less after that. I was like, well, the components are barely hanging onto their pads. They'll probably fall off. All right, this redeployed. Let's see if it worked. Simple LED circuit. It also takes forever. It'd be really fun to pull up my OpenAI budget. Just see it skyrocket. I modified the demo to... Oh, this is kind of annoying. You have to scroll down for this thing. But I modified the demo so that it would generate ABC, like 3 different circuits instead of 1, to kind of increase the probability that I could click on one and it would be working, because it fails 20% of the time on a single like variant. It just can't figure out what the issue is. Like right now, it says fix the following error, cannot find module. So it uses the type system to correct itself. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't work very often. Takes a long time to run. It's kind of a bad demo, to be honest. So it's probably for the best I don't demo this. We'll see. What other questions we got in here? Conversion rate. How are you meeting customers? I think for this one, I'm mostly just going to say, I'm meeting people online, like with the Show HN and stuff like that. I did a Show HN Friday, and that went over fairly well. A lot of people were like, there was one guy who really didn't like it, and I really appreciated his feedback. It was awesome. Yeah, a lot of nice people. Some people are kind of nice, but you don't get as much data. You get a lot of data and criticism. This is a good, like criticism. This is only good for this. This is the big problem. I think you're really taking a leap when you call out something, when you say this is the problem, but it's so helpful. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna introduce like routing. So I have some external auto routers. This guy really wants the free routing auto router. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm building that in. So hopefully, that's too technical for an interview, so it's useless for the interview, but it's really good. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, I don't know if I should show this. Let me pull this up off stream, but I've applied to Y Combinator a lot. I've been rejected a lot. This is my first interview, but I've been rejected a lot. And to a lot of other things. Like when you're raising money, you get rejected like hundreds of times. And this is my 4th startup, so no stranger to rejection. And sometimes after you're rejected, you're actually quite happy about it. Okay, I can pull this up. I think I can pull this up. I'm trying to make sure there's no personal information or anything like that. There's a couple people's names. I think it's fine. I think it's all publicly available. Yeah, so these are all the applications that got rejected. I applied with College AI 4 times, workaround, which was the Techstars startup. I did that once. So lots of applications. And then over here it has some emails, but it has my interview link. I guess it's going to be on Zoom. I'm going to have to do a Zoom check in a sec too, because this is kind of a new computer. Okay, demo's still broken. Very sad. Aw. See if we can piece together what happened. So there's lots of errors here, but not all of them are relevant. Crash, HTTP add, bun add, install failed, resolve download, package not found. Okay, so what's going on here is I aliased. This is a bun bug. Bun. But that's really unfortunate because I was really trying to avoid this. But I was trying to use bun for this project entirely, but bun doesn't respect npm RCs, and that's how I link to the unique registry. So yeah, I don't know if this demo is gonna work out, at least on the cloud. But it's so much nicer to pull it up on the cloud, because then they're like, "Is this real?" And it's like, "Yeah, man, go to it. Just walk over there, walk over to that website, and you know, put in your HTTP URL, and you're good to go." Let's see, how can I install npm really quickly to this package? From bun oven sh. Let's try giving it to ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT, please help. This is embarrassing. My ChatGPT history. Okay. Install npm/node version 20 inside the following Docker file. Yeah, just bun problems. It's what it's all about, you know? It's calming. It'd be great if I could blame a demo for not getting into YC, but it's not going to be the demo. It's going to be... I talked to somebody the other day, and they were very not happy that I didn't have a co-founder. They were very not happy about that. So I think stuff like that is more related. For YC, you don't need to have a co-founder, but like, I think they're correct in saying it does make things a lot harder. So what can you do? But this project has been like, I've been working on it in some form on weekends for like 8 years, right? It's been an idea for a long time. I didn't even remember how far back it went. But when I told people, oh yeah, I'm doing this thing, it's with circuits, and they're like, oh, is it that thing you told me about 5 years ago? And I was like, oh, I've been thinking about this a really long time. So it's hard. I think there are people who I could probably find who would do it. But it's tricky. Plus, like, from running stuff at Seam, I kind of know what kind of company I really like to build. So you don't find out a lot of like how you like to build a company until you have a lot of people and all that. So it's just like, it's tough to sync all that stuff among two people. I think if you don't know what kind of company you want to build, it's fantastic to have co-founders, because you can figure it out together. But yeah, it's pretty tough. That looks like it'll probably work. It looks like it's installing NVM. Excuse me. But I don't actually see it installing Node. Make a node in npm available. Oh, it does install node version. Okay. And then we add it to the path. I don't know if this will work. Do you have people in mind? I definitely have people in mind. Yeah, who could co-found. I think I have people in mind, but it's always tricky. Like there's always, you have to hit people in the right place in their lives too. So it's lots of targets, and it's very, very fun. I think I love meeting. Yeah, I mean it's tricky. It's tricky. I also really like the idea of somebody growing into a co-founding role, which is what happened at like basically 2 of my last companies. Is I joined just as essentially a first employee, and then they were like, "Wow, this guy works a lot," and so they basically put me into a co-founder role. So I think that is a pretty good path, especially if somebody has done the de-risking of fundraising. I think it's pretty cool for the other person to de-risk themselves by like working there for 6 months, probably with a decent package already, but then they can get the upgrade. But I don't know. What do I know? I can't run this locally. I don't know why I built it. It's good that it builds, I guess. Let's deploy. If I break it, doesn't really matter. Yeah, it is tricky. It's tricky. You don't know about somebody's work ethic too until you work with them. And what investors told me was, you need somebody with a complementary skill set. I know it's like, I don't know, not great to say, but like, people are like, wow, you can code. You must not have like a social skill set, right? Like, oh, you must not be able to do other things. And I'm like, like people can do 2 things, right? I mean, I get it, but like, it's hard to not be a little bit offended sometimes, like the manner by which they put it. Like, yes, co-founding teams de-risk things. You have twice as many people who are willing to basically work for nothing and like are going to be grinding it out and have a lot of expectation and stuff like that. Co-founding, like all else equal, a co-founder is going to make things better probably, especially at the beginning. But like, not some engineers do build companies. I think like a ridiculous, well, yeah. I don't know how many YC companies have a solo technical founder, but that'd be a really interesting stat to just see how it has worked out historically with YC. Yeah. I had this big joke planned where I was going to say, accept in a Y calculator, but I wrote it down, but this morning it didn't hit the same way. I've decided to scrap that joke. Not very good. We're going all in on authenticity today. It's either, it's either all good news or, whatever. It doesn't really matter, like, I mean, it matters, but, yeah, what can you do? One time, speaking of like close calls and missing things, it's already kind of like crazy because I did miss this interview, but my first like real software engineer job at a company people recognize, I guess I'll say, was TripAdvisor. And I got to TripAdvisor. I basically missed the interview. I think I had overslept because I had a crazy sleep schedule in college, and I overslept my interview. I had like 40 minutes, like something crazy, like 50 minutes to catch a plane from my dorm room. And I just called an Uber, whatever, told everybody like, hey, I need you to haul, you know what I mean? And TripAdvisor had booked a really weird plane. It was the last plane leaving the airport. So the airport was basically shut down when I got there. There were no lines. I was the last person aboard a plane that day. And it was a really small plane. there was only, it was the smallest plane I had ever been on. There was only 8 seats or something like that. I had no idea why they booked this this flight. Anyway, I made it in like 5 minutes. I remember going there, and for a small plane, everybody goes out on the tarmac together. So everybody was standing around like, what are we waiting for? Like, we could have boarded this plane 40 minutes ago because it's like the last flight of the day. It's a small plane. Like, you don't need to wait for, it's not like it's not really so formal. You just kind of get on and go. And I came like running there, like basically exactly ready to take the flight. I had packed no clothes. That night I went out and I bought underwear from some store, some outdoor sports store that was near the hotel that they put me in, because I had no time to pack or anything. I just ran. And I ended up getting that internship, and it was sweet because TripAdvisor in Boston has like the sweetest office in the world. TripAdvisor Boston. Or actually it's in Newton. It's outside of Boston. But they would bus me. They would pay for a shuttle to shuttle me in from Boston. Oh, TripAdvisor Newton office. But yeah, it's like the sweetest office ever. This was the main atrium. I still think it's probably the Meta office in near San Francisco, outside of San Francisco, just outside of San Francisco. It's still, I think, probably cooler, because it's so much bigger. So it's crazy because it's like a full campus. But this was so cool. There was a cafeteria under this staircase here. All these floors had like booths you could work on, and there was like a green wall with living stuff. And it was just very nice. It was just very nice. So big fan of that office. Yeah, this atrium was sweet. Yeah. They built it in 2 years too. It's really it's so interesting seeing how people just get stuff done sometimes. They had such a crack team on that. They built that office in 2 years. Crazy. And yeah, I don't know. Cuz I remember it was weird because the first month and a half of the internship I was in, cuz there's an internship. But anyway, so the first month and a half, hey, thank you. Thanks, Nemo. I need all the luck I can get, so I appreciate it. But the first half of the internship was in like some crappy, like super hyper regular like office, like probably worse than, if you know The Office, like worse than that office. It was like the bathrooms didn't work and stuff like that. And then we went to like the nicest thing ever. It was incredible. Yeah, that team was awesome. I kind of feel like I betrayed them because I didn't go back. It was like a sophomore year internship or something. And I didn't go back, and they like sent me a lot of swag, like hoodies and stuff for the team I was on. I was like, damn, you guys are really, great. But, variety makes a lot of sense when you're doing internships. So this probably should, yeah, it's still not rendering. It's still broken. This should render out. So yeah, this is definitely broken. Sad face. What's your deal is what I want to know with this demo. So we're looking for an error that's related to the soupification, which is soup is the JSON from that's created. Command not found npm. Still. Is this recent? Yeah, that's a minute ago. Command not found npm. But I installed it though. Maybe this path environment variable isn't sticking around. Did I miss something from chat? Oh. Why? I hate this kind of issue. It takes so long to debug. The thing I could do to speed this up slightly is I could do a build of the container, and then I can exec into it. It's not flaky. It's just not working on online deployed. And the reason for that is, I mean, I'd never tried to deploy it before now. So I think I deployed it last night. Then like I was like, oh, it's broken, but it's probably something dumb, which it totally is. It's something super dumb and easy. But I wonder if you can install can we install npm from Ubuntu? That might make life easier if that works. It would probably be easier to start with a Node.js image and then instead of this oven bun image. Oh man, I love Bun. I think Bun is great, but every time I've tried to use Bun and be, and like really use it, it has backfired like basically every time. Because of stuff like this. Like in this case, like this is totally preventable. It doesn't read npm RCs properly. All right, change of plans. We're going to comment this out. We're going to go up and this. And we're going to go up here. And we're going to install npm and Node.js. And Ubuntu is probably going to install the oldest version available, probably Node 10, because that's before promises were in Node. So that's a joke. It's a dumb joke. So yeah, we'll see how it does. I'll also deploy to Fly while I test locally. We're just killing time. You know what I mean? What are they going to ask for a demo? No, they're going to say, hey, have you talked to users? And then I'll go, a little bit. They'll go, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. That's all you're getting from this channel. That's good to hear. Yeah, that was a scrapped joke. Fun story, not that fun, but one time I posted a tweet thread of all the tweets I had saved, but decided not to tweet because I thought they were too dumb. And I tweeted out this big thread, and like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 people liked different parts of it. And then I was like, I'm embarrassed. There's a reason I didn't want to tweet these. And so I deleted all of them, the whole thread. And I think I deleted the note too. I was like, this is stupid. And then I was talking to some random person who got in touch after a while, like an old friend or something. And they were like talking about that thread, like how funny they thought the thread was. And I was like, man, there's invisible, sometimes you just don't know, I don't know. Or they laughed about one thing, one of the 10. But, I don't know. Nothing cringier than trying to be funny on the internet. You know what I mean? If you're going to be funny, don't look like you're trying. You know what I mean? You can't just, all right, let's see. We got, okay, do we have npm in here? Okay, what version is Node? So far, so good. Oh my gosh, it's Node 12? What are they doing? That's so old. Oh my gosh. Ubuntu. Oh my gosh. All right, you got to risk it for the biscuit, though. We deployed. Maybe it'll work. Oh my gosh, Node 12. Node 12. Is Ubuntu serious? Hold on, let me make sure. I don't want to be too mean. You know what? It's probably Debian. But Node 12 is so old. Oh, it is long-term support. But how long? How long? October 2020. It's 4 years. Come on. Right? What's the point? I don't know. I don't know who to blame. Oven Bun Slim uses it uses some Debian as a base. I guess I should blame Bun. That's crazy. Yeah, you really got to keep the 99.1. Okay, let me see. 99.1 rule. This is apparently a thing. Rule of participation inequality describes how users online. Oh, interesting. Oh, very interesting. I didn't know that. I wouldn't say I'm in the 1%. I'm like probably I think I'm a solid in the 5%. My participation is minimal in as far as impact goes. But That's pretty interesting. And so basically, like, whenever I get a reaction, I assume 10 times more people might have had that reaction or something to that effect. I like it. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, it's not as memorable as the 80-20 rule. I'll say that. But it's, you know, you got 3 numbers to handle. You got 3 numbers. No Pareto here. I think it's Pareto principle. I don't know. I will not be green screening out during the interview. I'll just have a green screen behind me, since everyone was asking. I've made repos that seem totally dead. No one opens issues or starts them or anything. Then later I find out people would use them in their own projects and do crazy hacks to work around the stuff I could have trivially fixed in an afternoon. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why? Just contact me. I would fix it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good point. I had a friend, but I get why people don't do it. I had a friend who had hundreds of open source repos, and he either archived or he made them all private because he felt too much pressure from people creating issues. So it can go both ways, and I think people don't always know because they know, oh, maintainers get mad sometimes if you file issues wrong, and like you're making more work for them, and like you shouldn't have any expectations. Which is why I think it's kind of important to be a punching bag sometimes, and just like be like, yeah, of course I want your feedback, you know. Yeah, I think that's true. People do not create issues. This is still not working. All right, let's see it now. Oh, did I deploy? I thought I deployed. I did deploy. I think I deployed. You know, I don't know if I deployed. Let's give it a good deploy before we test it. I probably got like 3 more tries in me to get my demo working. I'll just be sad if it doesn't work. I really doubt they would ask for it. It would be nice to be able to at least tell them they could go somewhere. If they're like, is that thing you said you could do possible? And I'll go, yeah, you can do it yourself here. But it probably won't work for them because very few people will ask for an LED circuit, which is mostly all it can do because the registry has no other types of circuits because, you know, I spend forever on infrastructure and 0 time on packages right now. Yeah. All right, what am I doing after this? Let's see. So I go to Equinox, and I should probably be ashamed of that. According to, well, okay, so somebody told me, I told them I was considering Equinox, and they told me, like, really, because Equinox has very sexy advertising. It's like really crazy. It's like very like, you know, like very sexy advertising. And so I was kind of told, you know, like that's gonna be the crowd or something. I don't know. I didn't understand it, but I love it because I like being, you know, taken care of a little bit, and they have towels everywhere. It's just nice to have towels because you can put a towel in gym equipment, you know. Anyway, I do yoga there, and they have a great app, and you can like see all the yoga times. They've got Pilates, they've got all this stuff. You know, you just get in a room with a bunch of people, do some stretching. It's great. It also forces me to do an entire workout. Like, you're not going to walk out halfway through the workout, but when I'm at home, I'll walk out all the time. I'll get like a really good text, and then I'm out of there. Anyway, yeah, no heated yoga today. Looks like it's just normal yoga. I really want to try this thing called bar too. Let me see if I can find that. It's it's this. It's where you I don't totally know, but I feel like it'll do really good things for muscles I never use. Like, you can't tell me I'm using that muscle. Like, I mean, hamstring? I have no idea. Anyway. Yeah, and this. Ah, man. Look at that. Look at that stretch. Oof. It's probably like all hip flexor and stuff like that. I was just in bar. No way, really? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm dying to try it. What do you think of bar? I might also not be saying it right. I can't tell if it's like barre or whatever. Sounds French. Oh, not the workout. Oh, it's a town in Massachusetts. I had no idea. Oh, that's cool. You're in Massachusetts. Yeah. Yeah, I also didn't like classes, but now I like classes because it forces me to finish things. Big fan. They pronounce it Barry? You're kidding. You're messing with me. Oh, in the town in Massachusetts, they pronounce it Barry. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. All right. Simple LED circuit. And we are expecting soup, sir. Nobody's called me out yet on my ridiculous naming of like a data format as soup or anything like that. And it's going to happen, and I'm just waiting for it. Nobody's done it. Probably because nobody's gotten like real intimate. You have to really love something to hate it, if you know what I mean. Like if people are users of your product and then they love it, then they're going to hate certain things about it. Like the people, Figma is my favorite example of this. People who love Figma, spend all day in Figma, are crazy, like annoyed about some features, you know, they talk about it forever. Beautiful Soup. That's right. The classic. Oh man. Beautiful Soup. I remember that. I switched to Cheerio because I use TypeScript for everything now. With Bun and Top Level Await, I don't use Python for much anymore. But I know that ML, it's way better for ML. I wouldn't even contest Python for ML. For low level ML. Look at this. Prettier requires at least version 14 of Node. Why is this? Oh my gosh. Okay, can you use an Ubuntu repo? Can you use version 20 of Node, but without using NVM? For some reason, the NVM thing, I think it probably could work, but it's just not installing on the path. So I probably need to like, I could also try to get it to install on the path somehow. Oops. So, oops. Jeez, keep doing the wrong command. It'd be so funny if they were like, the demo is critical. I doubt it though. I doubt it. I have video demos, you know. Nobody would lie in a video. I have a Marquise review. I have an MKHB. I can't remember his full acronym. I have a Marquise review on my product. It's called Not Reviewable at All. He just reviewed Rabbit like the other day, and he said barely reviewable. NPM is here. This is a little suspicious. NPM is here. Node version. NPM is here. Huh. Wait, what's going on? NPM is here. Bun run start. Let's try running the bun REPL, and then we'll do import the shell from bun, and then we'll try to execute npm. Yeah, bun command not found npm. Look at that. Bun. What would I do? Yeah. Bun. Happy thoughts. Let's see if it's here on shell. Okay, it's not here on shell. So that could be part of the reason why. when I install npm/node via nvm, it says npm not found in the console. I think there, there's a bash RC, and then you know what? It's giving me a junk answer. Hold on. Okay. npm not found in console with sh, but not with bash. I've hit my maximum safe radiation dosage from exposure to JS today. Yeah. Keep that, keep that dosimeter nearby, and yeah. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate the luck. I will go get him. I will go get him. And I am a tiger. Thank you. Wow. You should do a live stream, It'll give you practice. It's what I'm doing right now. to work my jaw, You never know what, like, you might, if you don't talk for a while, you might go to speak and your jaw might just lock. And then you're just like that for like 10 minutes. Please, no. Yeah, fair enough. Let's ask Copilot, alter this line so that it starts bun using bash. Yeah. Also going to try popping a beta blocker. I don't know what a beta blocker is. It's a pro level strat. Is it like a hormone? Is it a drug? Are you talking about drugs right now? Oh, it lowers your heart rate. That makes sense. You know what's funny? Yeah, that makes sense. I've noticed when I'm anxious or I have adrenaline going, I don't notice how fast or hard my heart is beating at all. Like, what I'll do, like how I know this is I'll get on a Peloton or something and I'll measure my heart rate while I'm pedaling, and I'll be at like 170 and I won't feel it at all. And not like in a, it's not a good thing, right? It shows like, you're being numb to your stuff, right? And it probably has like a ton of, if your heart rate's so high and it's going to have an effect on how you speak. You might speak faster or something like that. So no, I believe it. I didn't know musicians used beta blockers for stage fright. That's very interesting. I did not know. Yeah. Oh. I got my Costco hoodie on today. This is my good luck hoodie. It has never gotten me good luck, but I would like it to be a good luck hoodie. I like the feeling. So ideally it becomes a good luck hoodie after today. But it definitely won't become a bad luck hoodie. Yeah. Despite, it never having worked for good luck. I think it's too comfortable to be a bad luck hoodie. So we're going to need to drop some good luck on this guy. And then it can be a good luck hoodie. It's my logic. Okay, so theoretically deployed. See ya. Simple LED circuit. Yeah, I don't really have that much confidence in this demo because, well, there's right now, but even when it does work, like, you are kind of limited just because there's not much on the registry to build with. If I had an Arduino on the registry, it would be so cool, but I haven't built that out yet. It's all the same technology, so I'm hoping people see what it can do from the limited demo, but you know, there's not much you can do without the registry being better. And the registry, that's kind of a slog. Yeah. Yeah, you just got to kind of write code. It's not like infrastructure, it's not like enabling other people. It's just kind of, you know, eventually, you know, it enables other people, but I don't expect to create the bulk of the packages. Yeah. I need my my Sindre. There's this guy, Sindre, GitHub. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but this guy kind of like has so many repos on GitHub. You need like this kind of person. Oh, that's my don't forget to wake up alarm. Luckily I was awake like 3 hours before this. Yeah, he's like the open source god. Exactly. You need this guy to, you need somebody like this on your platform. That's how you know you have a good open source platform, is if you can get a Sindre. I should figure out how to pronounce this. Pronunciation. Oh, it's Norwegian.
Sindre.
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 Sindre. Okay. I feel like I was pretty close. See if this is working yet. Oh, it's still broken. Oh my gosh. Models. Command F found npm. Still. It's like, I don't know where Bun is getting I don't know where Bun is getting its path from. I mean, I feel like this probably won't work. I'm worried about the substitution. I don't know if it'll properly substitute. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, he's worth sponsoring. He sponsors a lot of people himself, actually. I have a friend who's sponsored by him. So, super good guy. I have no idea how he makes money. Yeah. It's cool. I don't think I say anywhere like no more drag and drop, but I like when people say no drag and drop because it's such an easy way to describe drag. Let's see. Maybe I do say it on the website. No, I don't say it anywhere. So that's pretty cool. It's like a customer test. You see how they phrase the problem. And so I think when people are saying it, that means it's being phrased correctly. Of course, these guys, you know, who knows how many of these people would actually use it. Why React? Why? Of course there's going to be a ton of people. I can't wait till there's like Svelte circuit. That'd be awesome. Okay, the probability of this haphazard solution working is very low. I probably just broke everything. I should probably be a little bit more diligent. Let's see. Did I break everything? Oh, interesting. The other thing that might be happening is it's just not deploying. Fly's been having some issues lately with their deployments. Looks okay. Just looking for that error. code scanning. I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is an old tab, I think. This is the new tab, I think. Oh, yeah. They're still generating. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it works. That'd be cool. It's too slow of a demo. You have 10 minutes. Like, you don't want to spend so much time on this. Oh, it's still broken though. So disappointing. Wah. It's also disappointing that it fails with a false positive. Like, if you're going to fail all the way. I would have realized last night there was an issue. Are you just going to do a quick overview, then a super quick demo? You don't control the YC interview. They pepper you with questions. Yeah. Command nav found npx. Command nav found npx. That means nothing's working. Yeah. That means nothing's working. That's like the first thing I got. Yeah. Yeah, you don't really control it. They say have a demo ready, and I will. It'll just be local, probably. I'll probably have to set that up in a second. What has to happen is this entire file needs to be converted into a Node.js thing that installs Bun rather than a Bun thing that installs Node.js. Like, or I need to figure out why Bun doesn't use the right path. I think it's because it uses SH. Bash RC. Yeah, I don't think they would spend too much time on a demo. That's my guess. Okay, it's misunderstanding. I want to edit it by changing a file. Oh, Bun. It's probably .profile. I can't remember. I know it all for Bash, but Etsy profile. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's run the container. We don't have npm. I'm going to go to Etsy/profile. We don't have Vim. Do we have Etsy profile? Yeah, so there's a path there. I could do a symlink, or I could try to adjust the path in this file. I think I can try to adjust the path in this file. Do you have the source command? Does that work? Okay, so that works. So I should be able to do like, I don't know. So echo export path equals, and then I got to put this big string in. Let me just get the static path. Actually, it seems like it's just v20. So theoretically, I should have root/nvm/version/node. It's really this doesn't even make sense because this path, maybe this is why it's broken. This doesn't make sense. It's a very specific node version in this. Yeah, so this is wrong. I don't know. I think I relied on ChatGPT maybe a little bit too much. NVM install to path. NVM post installation path. I wonder if, let's switch to bash. Can I do, there's a way, oh man, NVM installation. There's definitely like a thing on this. Yeah, there's this line. Can I just run this? Oh, you have to add this to some files. It looks like they do some sourcing here, and that's why they have NVM on the path for this command. So this is actually what needs to be run. What is the home variable equal to? Root. NVMdir is root /.nvm. I'm wondering if I can echo this into the Etsy profile. Let's go back into SH mode, and then let's install Vim so we can edit inside this Docker container. Okay, some errors. I think it's fine. So let's just paste this. I don't get the backslash there. I feel like it's fine without the backslash. I'm gonna remove it. Also, I don't know. I feel like you can just dot it. I think this other thing is a conditional. So if I just do this, and then, and I should be able to do dot etsy /profile. And then now can I do npm? No, still not found. Damn. Is this important? Doesn't like the syntax. I don't know. Maybe, did I just make a typo? npm not found. It might, I don't know, yeah. /s/root/nvm dot/root/nvm/nvm.sh npm. That doesn't work either. source. We don't have the source command. I have a sh session. I want to load in NVM, but source / root .nvm / nvm.sh says source not found. I should have just switched the Docker file to npm. Switch to bash. I am using bash down here, so I could try to do source / root / .nvm / nvm.sh, and that could work. It's really hard to repro this. I don't know, because if I go into bash directly, for some reason it works. Yeah, but that didn't work. It didn't work. I should probably give up and do some prep, set up my screen and whatnot. Yeah, I'm going to have some code up during it. Probably rather show code than do a demo. I don't know, maybe that's a mistake. All right, I just built the container. So now let's run bun REPL again. And we're going to import our $. And then we're going to say npm. Yeah, not found. Madness. Ah, man, that's crazy. What is going on? Where is bun getting this? You know, I think I just need to switch the container without knowing a lot about the base container. I know that the installation worked earlier, though, because of how it failed. Yeah. I'm retesting because I'm in disbelief. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try this. Let's try one last thing. Add a symlink to the I don't know. Let's do sh. Let's do echo path. Okay, so whoa. Add a symlink to into /bin for npm and node and npx. Well, that's okay, except the symlink should link to the NVM versions. The only thing is, I think the node version needs to be a little bit more specific. So root nvm ls/root/.nvm/versions. Okay. Oh, so frustrating. I can't go up. Copy, paste, /node. Okay, we're going to make this version really explicit, like that. And that way we can link to the npm version at /v2012.2. Recompute. Okay, that's our Hail Mary. And then I gotta make sure it works locally because I've changed a bunch of stuff. And, you know, you gotta know when to call it. Okay. Let's see. What do I need for the actual interview? I got the blinking LED circuit. This is the physical one that was built right here. It's probably good. I really doubt they're going to ask about any of this. I should be looking at IPG. IPG. How are you meeting customers? Who in your team does what? I am a one-man show. 6 months from now, what's going to be your biggest problem? I think in 6 months, it would probably be... By the way, this thing times you, and you have to be really quick, and I'm not quick. 6 months from now, I feel like... I mean, it's probably going to be distribution for a while. I think there's going to be a bunch of distribution challenges. What's your user growth rate? What systems have you hacked? I don't know. I have answers for these, but it always sounds like... It sounds a little braggadocious. You know what I mean? I think one time in high school, I took a bunch of teachers' passwords because I had a homework submission site and I didn't know anything about hashing. And teachers could text all the students reminders to do homework. And so I accidentally stole everybody's password. I didn't know it, but what a clever scheme that would have been. So I accidentally hacked it. I didn't know about hashing at the time. And if I did, I wouldn't have done it properly. I probably would have done it manually. I remember I had all the passwords in PHP MyAdmin. And I was like, oh. Yeah, these are good questions. I don't know. It's a little braggadocious to do it on stream, I think. Feels a little bit much. I also don't know if braggadocious is a word. Boastful or arrogant. Yeah, because, yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know if maybe you're not supposed to sound, oh, it's braggadocious. There's a D in there. I think, like, for these interviews, you're supposed to. Yeah, exactly. You kind of have to be a little bit braggadocious, or at least that's the culture around it. Maybe it doesn't need to be, but that's the culture around it. So my pitch personality doesn't match my my more natural personality. But I don't know, like, is that what people want? Do we like it? I don't know. Because you can, I don't know, but I guess it takes more time. If you're, it's also kind of efficient to be a little bit braggy. You're like, oh yeah, I did this and that and it was easy. I don't know. Or maybe without it was easy. Key things about your field that outsiders don't understand. Nobody is using TypeScript in React for circuits. Nobody sees the power in web technology. EEs love Python. All right, our Hail Mary. Let's try it. This will probably be my last attempt to get the demo to work. Takes so long. I'm using so much OpenAI money. We can look at my OpenAI budget. Why not? I'm going to pull it up off screen, though, in case I accidentally... I don't think they have API keys on display, but let's check out my OpenAPI budget. How much money have I spent? I haven't fine-tuned yet, which is where I would expect to spend a lot of money. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing bad here. Wow, look at this. Oof. Oof. Is that today? That's today. $8 just from my repeated testing. It's quite expensive. It's quite expensive because I do a bunch of weird stuff. I think Llama reduces this by 1/100th or 1/10th at least. So that's pretty cool. If you can get it to work with Llama. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm excited to. I think right now I alternate between GPT-4 and 3.5, but it's a little pricey. All right, we got a new error. Cannot find declaration file. Yeah, I'm getting like new installation issues. For some reason, the version of Bun installed by this Docker file, this was so crappy. Like the version of Bun installed by this Docker file seems like super, super incapable of doing anything properly. Locally, it works fine, but like all this stuff, like the types React stuff, that should all be installed. I mean, it's probably something on my end, but I think, yeah, type/React. So it's totally installed there, and it would include that stuff. Oh. Did it figure it out, or did it just introduce a new bug? It might have figured it out. Okay, it's still not working though, so whatever. I don't know. Maybe Bun is like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Very unfortunate, but I'll probably call it because I could spend forever on this. Yeah, I know. Very sad. Very sad. Would I be able to get a bunch of credit? I have no idea. Might have to file for bankruptcy. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'll call it for now. I feel like I warmed up the vocal cords. Thanks for people tuning in, Jack, and saying hi, helping me de-stress prior to the interview. Yeah, thanks a ton. We'll find out how it goes. I'll probably tweet. Probably tweet it. But anyway.